We hit a jack last night. That's all I care about. That's all that matters. We hit a dinger. And you know what? We're going to do it again because look at that. It's not me that's going to do it again. Eli from the Gold Boys at DJ Eli from everything that you know as far as just this hot streak that you have been on, my friend. My goodness, we're going to talk about everything going on here that you're doing, including D-Genalytics as well. But my friend, I missed the stash. It's good to see you, my brother.
It's back. Did you know that I learned a new word for home run last night? Solves two purposes. It's new and fun to say. It also pisses Jerry off. He hates the word. So now Yaba. Yaba is my new word for home runs. So you hit it last night.
Can you explain what that, because I've heard that or seen that before. Immediately I could see it as something that like just gets under Jerry's skin.
Yeah.
So you have completely piqued my interest. And we say jack here just because I was trying to say something different than home run. So it's Yabo. Is that what it is?
Yabo. Yeah, not Yaba. Yabo. Yes.
Oh, Yabo.
No idea why it is what it is or why it means home run. But a Yabo is a home run. I like the word. It's fun to say. Pisses Jerry off. So I'm in. That's my new word for home run. Let's hit some Yabos, dude.
I can't. You have no idea what it even means, like where it came from, anything like that?
Nope. Somebody said it in the YouTube chat last night on our show. And I was like, what does that even mean? And Jerry went on this rant about how it means a home run and he hates it. So that's my new word.
So
I know.
Just so you know, and this is where you can follow all of Eli's stuff, at least the homepage from the Gold Boys to Degenalytics and everything that you're doing. And Jerry Paranormal Base is on the Gold Boys show that you guys do on the YouTube channel. And I've talked about this just with you and without you, like the dynamic that you two have. So if there's anything that's must watch, it's to look at Jerry's face. Like, I don't know what's going to be worse, Eli. Let's talk about this here, right? We're going to build a parlay. We're going to hit some Yabos, right? And then get out with an NRFI. But are you more interested now in hitting a home run, a Yabo, just so you can cash a ticket, which should be everybody's goal? Or is it to be able to say that word and watch on repeat Jerry cringe as you're cutting that up for social?
It's both. It's obviously I actually hate money. That's why I say all the time, because I love to spend it, but I love making money. Yes. Almost as much as I love spending money. So I love when he bets, obviously, especially for everybody in Gold Boys and my Twitter followers and people who watch the show. But the other thing is I just love pissing Jerry off, man. So it's just two birds, one stone. Yeah, let's go crazy today, man.
All right, let's do it, my friend. We're going to build a parlay. We'll call this the meat and three. Are you familiar with a meat and three is? I know you're up in the Midwest, but that's north, not like southern.
No. Is that like a steak and three sides?
Exactly. So it's protein and three sides. Exactly. I found out about this in Nashville when I lived in Nashville for a couple of years. And you basically walked into like what was a cafeteria and you get one of those plates that has the different sections on it. And you get a heaping pile of like
an MCL
brisket.
Situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get everything else, like whatever sides you want. You go healthy, you go mashed potatoes, all that. So we're going to build that today. All right. 4 legs, 2 each. We'll go back and forth. I'm going to start out. I'll be short and sweet here. I took on the run line. I took the Washington Nationals. All right. Plus 1.5 on the run line. First 5. 2 things that jump out. 1, Aaron Nola has been spotty. Aaron Nola has been shaky. There are questions right now in Philadelphia, Eli, about whether or not Aaron Nola should be starting a playoff game. You also... Wow. And I'm not even that's not even the radio being hyperbolic to get phone calls. Like that's legit Phillies conversation right now about Nola. The other part of this is unless Aaron Nola, and there's nothing wrong with this. So unless Aaron Nola is sober, like unless Aaron Nola does not partake in extracurricular activities, are you telling me that he was the lone guy in the clubhouse last night that was not celebrating Michael Lorenzen's no-hitter? Come on, right, Eli? So I'm just going to use what's in front of me here. I'm going to take the first 5 plus 1.5 at minus 128 as my first leg to get this thing going.
I like that. I almost like that as just like a stock, like getting plus 1.5 in a first 5 line is crazy. Especially at that good of a line. You don't see that very often. And I mean, the Nationals can hit a little bit. They've got some bats in that lineup, especially against like what you're saying, a spotty Aaron Nola. So I like that look a lot, actually.
All right, that's one. Now, next up, take it away, man. This is why we come here for you.
I am playing Wander Franco, 2+ total bases, plus 100 on BetMGM. Back to July 1st, he is hitting 375 and slugging 625 against left-handed pitching. He's got 6 batted balls in the last 5 days, 100 miles an hour or plus. His exit velocity in the last 5 days is also about 6.5 miles per hour, up from his season average. Matthew Liberatore is not very good. My only concern here is this could be like I feel like we might see a Liberatore gym just like as a revenge game because he came over. He came to the Cardinals in that trade for Rose Arena, and Cardinals fans have been kind of pissed about it since. So that's the only slight concern I have here. But I love Wander Franco, 2 bases today, especially even money basically BetMGM. So I'm all over that.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned like the possibility, the revenge, the gem, and all that, but he's just such a bad pitcher.
Yeah, he's not good.
Right? He's just such a terrible pitcher. I think you're onto something, man. All right, this is going to be the one that breaks it, right? But I blame you for giving me 2+ money plays in this parlay and forcing me to go away from another juiced up leg here. It's not pretty on paper, but I think circumstances allow me to sneak in an under K prop here. Sorry, I don't know if so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go James Paxton. And the play, just follow me here. The play is under 6.5 Ks at plus 115. Paxton himself is dealing, right? Like nobody's going to argue against the 27.3 K rate. He's not walking a lot of guys. He's pitching exceptionally well to contact. But I think that's it as well, where I think there are 2 things you can look at, both kind of a little bit different veering, but getting you the same end here, which is he may not need, although you do have some Ks in this lineup, right? Still dealing with the injury. I get that with Perez, but Melendez with the 2 jacks and all. You've got guys who can still hit despite having some Ks in here. And also Paxton may simply not need to duel and do it all himself. 8, 9, 10 Ks. He's got some defense behind him. He's been pitching well. This should be, with Devers and others, an ability to get on the bag. So I don't think it's necessarily exerting as much effort to get 7, 8 Ks, as crazy as that sounds against this Royals team. On the other side, you have a fresher, or at least lesser seen Austin Cox. It's probably not going to do a lot there. Boston up, Paxton pitching with the lead. Paxton pitching exceptionally well to contact 1, maybe 2 pitch at bats to get through innings as opposed to laboring this thing out. I'm taking a shot under 6.5.
Yeah, I like that too. He's only hit that once in his last 6 starts. Royals actually don't strike out a whole lot. Bullpen day for them. It's not a great bullpen, so I like that. Pitching with the lead, pitching contact. Great analysis by you there, actually.
Wow. All the
well
things
done.
you and I have done about 7 videos combined together. And you've given me props, like you've given me like, hey, this guy's great, entertaining, funny. That's the first time. All right. I'm going to put that on a plaque somewhere. I got praise from Eli because I don't think you've ever given praise to Jerry unless it's like backhanded, right?
No, never.
Finesse probably gets a little here or there.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a cool dude.
I like Finesse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
how could you not?
Yeah.
Oh, praise from Eli. Not bad. Now watch this thing blow the fuck up. And the reason why we lose this parlay, brother. All right, take us home. Last leg on it.
Actually going to a different sport. I'm going to take Kayla McBride against my Indiana Fever tonight, over 13.5 points. Kayla McBride is averaging 17 points in the last 5, covering this line in 4 of the last 5 games. She's also taken 10+ shots in 3 of the last 5. And the Fever just don't really play defense, especially to guards. They're allowing the most points to point guards, or to guards, in terms of difference from their average points. Basically, guards this season have taken 10 shots versus the Fever 46 times this season. And in those 46, only 5 times have they failed to score 14 points. So you're giving me plus money for Kayla McBride, 14 points, when she's been shooting and hitting this line, kind of on her own, and add in the great matchup against the Fever. I love Kayla McBride over 13.5. I might sprinkle 15 and 20 too. but plus 104 on FanDuel.
I love it, Eli. Fantastic. Just showing people up there what they can see. Plus 1462, plus 104 the last one. You probably get a great number for 15 and up to 20 points for McBride. You are the WNBA guy. If I'm looking for WNBA stuff, I'm checking your shit first and foremost. So I love that we can intertwine here and get a little extracurricular on that fourth leg.
Yeah, I've been off it for a couple weeks, but I'm starting to dive back in, especially with lighter slate MLB days like this.
Yep.
I think there's tons of value in those markets. Honestly, I do.
All right, well, let's go to some home runs here. But I just want to show you Eli's play here on BetMGM. He already shopped the best line for you, all right? 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You know the drill. We'll even give you 2 free months of the Odd Shopper Premium Discord. You better join both, all right? We're going to give you a link below to join both Discords, the Gold Boys Discord and, of course, what you can find here, Eli's stuff. Everything is below here, but we want to at least show you. And your first bet's back up to a G. So tail Eli, like play the parlay, but tail Eli. I always tell people, like, it could be anywhere from $10 to $1,000. So let's just say you want to put $500 in. Hey, even money play, it'll come right back. And it's Wander Franco. He's going to nail that with his first at bat, hit a double, and we all walk home happy. All right. So that's all just easy stuff to get you on MGM. And of course, the Discord. All right, brother. This is going to be fun because I asked you ahead of time without any conversation beforehand. I didn't even show you who I had, nothing like that. I just said, all right, brother, I need 2 jacks, or in this case, 2 yabos. All right.
Yes.
We're going to clip this specifically and post this on social so that Jerry can see it and tag him and say,
Perfect.
all right, Eli and Eytan have put together 4 yabos for tonight. You ready?
I'm in.
All right. Why don't you go first? You take the reins here. We'll go back and forth.
Okay. So I'm both of my picks here are from the same game. Weather's not looking great. As long as it does happen, the wind's gonna be blowing out 10 miles an hour. But I'm starting with Nick Castellanos for a home run. I forget the odds. They're really good. I like around plus 400, I think. Patrick Corbin is allowing a home run to right-handed hitters about 1 in every 20 at bats, which is quite a bit, close to 6% of at bats. Nick Castellanos is a really streaky hitter, but it looks like he's on one of his upswings. He's up 5.8, almost 6 miles per hour exit velocity in the last 5 days. Versus this season, he's hit 7 baseballs, 100 miles an hour plus in the last 5 days. He had 105 and a 99 last night with 2 home runs. Up to a 16% fly ball rate, which is not really high, but for him it is. So he's starting to lift the ball a little bit more, and I feel like moving him down in that lineup kind of pissed him off a little bit because he's crushing the baseball right now. 97.2 average exit velocity, fly balls and line drives, and up to 88 across the board in the last 5 days. So love Nick Castellanos for a home run tonight.
Yeah, you got him at plus 425. Fantastic. Nice. Hit that jack last night. Yabo,
yeah.
Pardon me, that Yabo last night. And I love it, man. I mean, you and I are going to stay in this game. We are not leaving this game. We have 4 home runs each one.
I really hope it happens, man.
It's gonna be a monster. All right, I'm gonna go the catcher here. Patrick Corbin is on the mound. I'm looking at some career numbers. There are some strikeouts for JT Realmuto. I understand that, but it's hard to ignore 2 yabos already. 11 hits off 32 at bats counted across 36 appearances. He does the 2 doubles there. He's just seeing the ball. A lot of people are seeing the ball well against Patrick Corbin, but you mentioned the shakeup, the changing of this lineup. It's really difficult now to isolate one guy and say, we're just going to pitch around him when the Phillies are hitting. And we do anticipate the weather aside. I think you referenced the wind going out, right? Like, this is the ballpark that you want to be in when the wind is flying out for sure, especially with the Phillies. So the numbers, this is just a numbers target here for JT, and getting him at a good number. We got it plus 400. That's where I am now for Realmuto. So we've got Castellanos for you, Realmuto for me, and now I think we're going to go to the other side each, right?
Yeah. I'm staying with this game. I'm going with Lane Thomas. Really good odds for Lane as well. Aaron Nola also allowing a home run, basically every 20 at bats to righties. Lane is up to a 24% fly ball rate, which is really high. Crushing the baseball right now. 93 miles per hour on fly balls and line drives. 4.7 miles per hour higher in the last 5 days than the season average. It's August 10th. This guy has 4 home runs in August already. Just seeing the ball really well, hitting the ball really hard. Love Lane Thomas for a home run tonight.
Love that, man.
Can you tell me the odds
it
again?
too. Yeah, the odds you had was 6-1.
Yeah,
6-1.
Come on, plus 600.
Yeah.
He's got 4 home runs this month already. We're 10 days in. 6-1.
I love it too. You mentioned he's hitting well against Nola.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean this seems like, again, if you're focused on offense, which you should be in this game, and it's not the typical Nola. This is the last one here for me, Eli, and you can see up there. I took Blake Rutherford because, and it's still up there at the top of our site as far as just the number one play. It's dipped a little bit. When I got in, the true odds we had were closer to like 780. So you're still getting a good deal at 9-1 for Blake Rutherford, whereas other books are offering 650, 600, 550. So I just went and I thought, all right, let me check and see what the best home run would be just to shop. Now, you're asking a guy here in Rutherford to do something that he's not normally. Although, look, 11 on the camp, or pardon me, that was minors. He has yet to hit one this year. Only has 14 at bats. All right, but we just saw, Eli, a Philadelphia Philly, Weston Walker, what have you. His dad was crying in the stands. His first major league at bat. So maybe Rutherford just needed 15 at bats to do it. Way too early in Rutherford's career to say that he can't hit a home run. So that's where I'll go to round things out there. And look, if you did decide to play all 4 of these and they did hit, $100 would win 183,000 plus.
A lot of money.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Have you ever seen anything like no hitter or anything like that to that extent? I'm trying to think of, or anything that would count, I guess, in any sport. Like, what would be the equivalent of something that you saw live? I had 2 buddies. I passed up a ticket. Not that I could have gone anyway, with kids and construction and everything. I couldn't get out of the house, but I was just watching that last night, the no-hitter, knowing that I had some buddies in there and just thinking, man, I don't know if I haven't seen anything like that. Multi-home run game, maybe. Like I saw a 2 home run game by John Kruk. Who the hell cares, right?
Yeah, no, I think the best thing I can come close to, I think Hideki Matsui he didn't have very many walk-off home runs in his career. Only I don't know, maybe 2 or 3. I feel like I don't know these. I could be completely wrong on that. It's not crazy, but I did see one of them live in the old Yankee Stadium in 2003 with my grandpa was there when he hit a walk-off home run. I think that's the best I can do.
That's insane, man.
Yeah,
a walk-off home run might be one of the most underrated things to see in sports,
electric.
Right? Because
yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole stadium is going crazy. Everybody, first, the buildup is like, all right, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? The likelihood of a guy even hitting a home run, let alone in that spot, like you have so many things working against you, and then it's the elation of like, yes, the team wins.
And it was a long story too because we had a super distant family member who was like a farmhand for the Yankees at the time and was up with the Yankees like the day before. So we had like family tickets set up. We were going to be sitting in really good seats. That morning that we were going to go to the game, they traded him. So we ended up in the nosebleed. So it was kind of like we were excited to be there, obviously. And I was like 8 years old. So I only remember bits and pieces of it. But we were still excited to be there, but it was kind of disappointing because we were supposed to be like, right there, third baseline, whatever. Ended up in the nosebleeds, but it was an awesome game. Hideki Matsui walk off. I don't remember anything during the game other than that home run.
That's it.
And then it was electric. It was awesome.
That's it.
That's the coolest thing I've seen live.
Yeah, that's insane. Wow, Matsui. I remember when he turned into Babe Ruth against the Phillies. World Series. Jeez. All right, enough of that. All right, let's recap what we have just real quick before we get out of here. I have to hit you with 2 NRFI plays. Nothing from Odd Shopper, right? We're not going to force it. If there's no value, there's no value. And just so you know, this is not from today. We'll run through today's slides. This is yesterday. All right. We made $7.50 by hitting that Torkelson Yabo. And you're damn right that I'm not going to look at that. We're 4-17 on home runs since starting this show, Eli.
That's wild.
And we're only down $7.50. NRFIs are saving this show. We went 2-0 again. Like we've done this show since a week from this past Monday, and I have not hit a three or four leg parlay. So you're here to change that. All right.
Today's the day.
Today is the day. All right, here we go. Here's the parlay. Nats first 5. Franco over 1.5 total bags. Paxton under 6.5 Ks. McBride in the WNBA for Minnesota 13.5 points, 14 points at least. Eli loved the 15 up to 20. He even mentioned. Yabos. I have to change that from long balls to Yabos. JT, Nick, Castellanos, Blake, Rutherford, Lane Thomas. Yes, all 4 in the same game. And then here you go. Phillies, NRFI, Rays, YRFI. All right, my friend. One more time. Tell the world everything going on with you. I'm going to put it up there so people can see the Twitter account as well.
Yeah, DJ and Eli on Twitter. Post all my picks in the Gold Boys Discord, goldboys.com. Catch me and Paranormal Base, Jerry, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually 5:30 on the Gold Boys YouTube channels, plus guests. DJanalytics.com for some of the most unique and in-depth, especially launch stats for MLB that you're going to find on the internet, and getting some NFL tools ready too. So excited to get that going. I appreciate you having me, man. Anytime. I say anytime, but then we've been trying to coordinate this for like 2 weeks now. So anytime with an asterisk.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what the asterisk is? For you and I, it's not kids. It's not being an adult. It's not work. It's golf. Yeah, that's it. You and I both play golf, and that's the only thing. And I would never, ever, ever, Eli, say cancel or change your golf game or day because of me. All right. I am never going to be that. Jerry may be, not me.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't play golf, so that's he doesn't understand.
All right. Thanks to everybody out there at DJ and Eli at Shander Show. We'll see you.